they're adding 10 more seconds to a gen. Think about that. The days of you trying to really run a killer for 5 gens might be deceased. It might be over with. Okay, now this your boy LibraGod90. I try to post videos whenever I can or wherever I want. I don't know, I just try. And I just have some interesting thoughts about this patch that's coming up. I say maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe like around the 18th of July or so. So this is just my opinion. They made this patch and they're making this update to help killers perform better, because a lot of killers refuses, and I'm talking about killer mains who have a lot of hours. I have almost 4,000 hours into this game, mostly in Survivor. A lot of killers refuse to break chase. A lot of killers, and I understand that these are human. At the end of the day, I need survivors to remember and understand this, that you're not going against a bot. Most of your games, you're going against a lot of killer mains. There are human beings behind the controller or behind the keyboard. And so they may get a little salty if you're looping them, if you're teabagging, if you're just showing them up in chases. So what a lot of killer mains will do, and I'm explaining as to why a lot of these changes are happening, is that they're losing a lot of their games because they do not know how to properly pressure the map. They don't know how to really pressure the map as far as pressuring survivors off gens. They don't know how to break chase quickly enough, and they don't know how to end chase quickly. So for example, in my opinion, I know I am not a killer man, so it may sound a little, different or a little weird, I don't know. But I just never understood why a killer would allow a survivor to run them for 5 generators and then sit in a corner or a DC and say survivors are quote unquote OP. I will never understand that. Like me, I'm not an easy catch. I can go against most except for like really Nurse. There's not too many killers I have an issue with. Because at the end of the day, it's not about making you quit as far as Survivor or making you DC or make you give up. It's really more of wasting your time. My job as Survivor when it comes to looping is to waste the killer's time, right? And if I have the right pieces around me and they're doing the generators, then hopefully, even if I die, which I'm fine with that, as long as the killer gets no more than 2 kills, I'm fine with that, because even at 2 kills, they may not lose, but they don't win, right? Killers, if they get 3 or more kills, that's a dub, right? So that's just how that is with me. And I feel like a lot of killer mains who stopped playing this game, they started playing Evil Dead, they started playing Elden Ring, they started streaming these games, right? And they brought in a lot of people that's watching them on Twitch and stuff like that. And I think that behavior started to, catch wind of this and say, well, we got to pretty much shift the game and back in killer's favor. Because anyone who's playing this game as a killer, you are lying if you're telling me that they did not shift this game in the killer's favor. Let me tell you this, it's all about perspective, and I was trying to get this guy to understand this, right? And I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to sound entitled at all, because I've played both sides, but I'm a Survivor main nonetheless, right? So I'm not trying to come off biased or anything like that when I say this, but I believe that this game was never Survivor sided or really killer. Listen, I'll say it like this. If you play in if you are a killer and you playing against a Swift, to you it is Survivor sided, but I call it Swift sided, because if you play solo queue, I promise on everything I love on this blue-green earth, it is nowhere near Survivor sided. Dude, when I tell you I get some of the most randos in my life in solo queue, it's almost like they're playing a different game. They're not even playing. They're in the basement. Imagine running the killer all day and you hoping that last gen pop, but somebody just randomly just bless the totem, or they just in the basement. And I get it, they got challenges and all this other stuff, but it just doesn't make sense to me that I'm running. Listen, because I'm not going far, right? Like, I had a team that actually was on gens, but as you can see in this game, I'm not going far until the gens actually pop. So what am I running for? And I try to get people to understand with MMR, they don't count the nuances that go into how you do in the game. It's all about simply kills and escapes. So this argument that, oh, we're at higher MMR and solo queue, I don't believe exists. I really don't believe exists in solo queue that you're gonna have many survivors at high MMR and solo queues, because they don't count specifically all the emblems. They don't count boldness, which is the most heaviest lifting in the game. Which means you can sit on gens all day, and I love you for that. But at the end of the day, you cannot tell me if I run the killer all day and somebody sat on gens that they did better than me and they're more talented than me, and that's why they have a high MMR. No, that's not how it is. I end up dying, I get weaker teammates, and I go against a killer that is nice at the game who go against a solo squad. So I don't know. Listen, you guys let me know what you guys think about these new perks that they reworking. Their heart is a thing of the past. It's kind of not even worth using anymore. But that's just my opinion at all, you know. But anyway, I'm still excited to still try to play the game, of course. I mean, I'm never going to really stop. I'm very addicted to this game. But please, in the comments, let me know what you guys think. It is something that you're going to continue to play. And yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.